Welcome to Gardening Tea Mesquite. I'm Angela. Today I had gotten a suggestion from a friend, and I think it's a good one. Last last week or maybe the week before, I did a reading on my car, but she recommended that I do a reading on my self because things have been moving rather fast and furious around here for me, and it'd be nice to be able to show you how it came out. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is do a reading on myself, just a general reading. Hi, Teresa. What I'm doing today is a reading on myself. It was recommended by a friend because things have been going fast and furious around my house, and I would have had an if when I read about my car a couple weeks back, if I'd have done the reading on just myself, I would have picked up on some of what went on in the last 2 week or two. Okay, it says I've got work over water, and I'll find out about it. That's work over water that I'm going to have to find out about. Hi, Ellen. How are you? While I'm doing this reading on myself, how about you put your questions in the chat? So what I'm doing is just a general reading on myself to see what's in here. Maybe I can catch something that's going on in the next week. Hi, Pamela. Good to see you. Put your question in the chat, and I'll get to you just as soon as I'm done this general read on myself. It was recommended by a friend, so I can be able to show you how the events play out. So first thing I've got is close at hand, there's a death. Someone is sick, so it's not me, someone that's sick. They're going to have a little bit of legal troubles, and there's some work I'm going to have to do because of it. I hope so too, Ellen. I'd love that. Pamela, I got your question. I like that. Okay. Then this work I have to do is going to involve a doctor's office, a married woman, someone else's home, and going over water. So I'm going to visit somebody else's home and discuss a doctor's appointment and how it's going to affect what my work is going to be. That's probably going to my daughter's and talking to her about it. Then I'll be traveling over water to see an older man, married. There's going to be gossip about it. A fair boy is going to be the one gossiping about it, and I'm going to find out what that is. Now I've got 3 twos in here. Let me find out what these 3 twos are. An argument or fight. Well, that would line up with some of the stuff in here. So let's give these a timing shake. Hi, Jane. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Andrea. Okay, since y'all popped in, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm doing a general read on myself. It was recommended by a friend because things have been moving fast for me lately. So I want to see if it's in here. You know, what comes up, and then I'll be able to tell you next week if any of it comes out. It's eye popping. Okay, can you see them? There we go. Okay, I'm going to see a doctor, and that's been my life lately, going to doctors. But there's going to be gossip about it between a married man and a married woman. I'm going to figure that's my son in law and my daughter. But close at hand, there's a death, and I'll find out about it. There's legal trouble to do with that death. There's always legal trouble with a death. Just always. You can just count on it. Somebody's going to make a mess. They got to make things messy. Someone's going to be sick. It's going to be a fair boy, which I take to be my youngest grandson. Yeah, Teresa, it is my social life too. If he's going to be sick and I'll be working, I guess that's me helping Lori out in the house while she takes him to the doctor's office. Then I'm going to travel over water to someone else's home. I'm going to find out something that I need to know. Actually, that's exactly right. My human angels last week were a public adjuster and a roofer that helped me figure out what was wrong with my garage. My garage roof had to be rebuilt. It was sagging, so they rebuilt it. It's wonderful now. One of the walls was caving in some, and that was the front wall with the garage door. They fixed that too. They just did a whole bunch of work to my garage, and it's wonderful. But that's just two of my earth angels. I've had earth angels popping up everywhere. Like to get my car inspected. That was a exercise in terror, as I was 30 days overdue for getting it inspected and getting my tags renewed because I had a check engine light that kept going off and on. And when you go to get it inspected, if you have any check engine lights on, they fail it. So I finally got it to pass inspection, and I went into the guy and I handed him my keys, and I'm saying to myself, please let it pass, please let it pass, please let it pass. And it passed. And then when I got to the tax office to turn that inspection in and my registration renewal form, the lady at the door said, here, I just pulled this ticket for you. Your number is already up. Go to the clerk at position 4. And I went there and she took care of it in grease lightning. I was out there in 5 minutes getting my tags renewed. That's totally unusual. That was amazing. But these are the kind of things that have been happening to me lately. And I'm really loving it. There were some others, but I just can't remember them right now. But those were two really big instances that really rattled my timbers and made it a happy time for me. Okay, I'm hoping the energy around my car has shifted. Was dicey last week? Yeah, that's the way I was feeling when I was going to get mine inspected. It was like, oh, I just hope that light doesn't come on at the wrong second, because it's been coming off and on and off and on and off and on. And every time I had time to take it to get it inspected, the light was on. So that's what earth angels are, and they're wonderful. And you just have to ask your guides, send me an earth angel for this particular problem. And they just show up. Oh, another one was we had a big storm a while back, and I have huge trees surrounding my house, and all kinds of limbs came down. My next door neighbor came and got the ones off my front yard, and the neighbor behind me came and got the limbs off of the back part of my yard. So I didn't have to do anything with the limbs. They moved them all. They took care of them. So that was wonderful. That's a big help because I really couldn't move those huge limbs. I'm going to try and start it today. Could you check on it for me, please? Yes. Okay. I got your question starred. I'll read on that for you too, Jane. You need an earth angel to take care of your mom until I can get out to San Diego. Yeah, I'll ask about that one too. But anyway, this has been my reading. There's going to be gossip about me going to the doctors between Laurie and Scott. I'm going to see if your earth angel appears, Jane. Or is supposed to. But you've got to ask the question. You've got to say, I need an earth angel to take care of my mom until I can get out to San Diego. And yes, just like that, you ask it to your guides, and an earth angel will show up. But it's been happening a lot lately. I needed a lot of them. So that's why I asked for all those earth angels. I still have some more that I need to come, but they'll show up. They'll show up. They always do. Right at the time you need them for exactly the thing you need them for. And I also, yes, Ellen, I got your question starred. I also have this old safe in my garage that I can't open. It sounds like there's something in there. So a friend of my daughter's is going to come around and help me get it open. So I have no idea what's in it. So we shall see. Those are my recent Earth Angel stories, most of them. Okay, Teresa, I got your question. Yeah, Andrea, you've got to do it. Do it more often. There are so many things, just anything. Like, have you a cart right next to your car when you get to the grocery store? I have trouble getting into the grocery store if I don't have a cart really close. So I ask for a cart to be at my car. And there always is. And I always have a reservation. I always ask for reservations. I ask my guides to make sure I have reservations. Safe and swift trip, invisible to cops. That's how I leave my house every time I get in the car. I ask for those things. And one that I don't ask for that happens quite often is I find jewelry outside my car. When I go to a parking lot, I pull up, I open the car door, and there will be something laying there. And that's a lot of fun. Okay. I did an Earth Spirit reading this morning, and it was so interesting. It was more of an introduction, but now I'll get back and seek help from them. Yes, do it. Do it, Pamela. I'd just like to know how my trip and taking care of my mom will go. Okay, Jane, I got that. Okay. Yep. Jane, you're the queen of working with the angels. But I've got this Earth Angel thing wired. They're just people around me in the community. That's who they are. That's how they show up. It's really amazing. Okay, I'm going to go to my first question here that I have starred. How about an overview of the Democratic convention this coming week? Okay. What's going to happen at the Democratic convention this week? What's going to happen at the Democratic convention this week? What's going to happen at the Democratic convention this week? I don't know how well this one's going to go, but I'm game to try anything with these cards because they tell me a lot. But there's going to be a whole lot of people there. Yeah, me too, Jane. Okay, there will be a fight. A dark boy will be in it, and he'll be successful. Whatever he's trying to do with the fight, whether to start it or stop it, he's going to be successful. Oh, I didn't like that. First thing pops up is the death card of an older married man. It involves a love affair and a fight and a minor quarrel. So not everybody's up to all that. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. We got to talk about that show I was talking about with you a while back. We're getting close to there. And there's a minor quarrel about children. You're going to get your wish about it. There's a dark young man involved, and someone is angry. Well, that would be the convention. Somebody is angry. Somebody's going to be out of work that's going to be there. And an older man, unmarried. And someone's enemy is going to be there. And they'll be successful. But I'm not sure because we have 2 sevens that may mean that the thing is going to be successful. I had one other thing that I could use a reading on. I have some of my belongings at a friend's garage and I need to get out of the garage as soon as possible. Can you just read on the situation? Yes, Andrea, I got that start. Okay, now we're back to Pamela. An overview of the Democratic Convention. Okay, let's shuffle these one more time. There's 3 9s, and that's 3 9s are great disappointment. Another thing I had in my reading a couple of weeks ago on me was 4 5s, and that's chaos. Well, that's what it's been, constant chaos, but Earth Angels there to carry the load. I'll send you an email, Sherry. Oh yeah, there's great disappointment because there's 3 9s. They're not exactly in a row, but they're close together. You can see that's a 9, that's a 9, and that's a 9. So that's great disappointment. There's an older man. He's ambitious. He's 50s or older. He's going to get his wish about this young man not working. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it's a dark young man in his 20s or 30s. And then this is, yeah, I can't remember my own cards today. Someone's going to be angry about children, that someone else is going to be successful over this man that's angry at children. They're going to calm him down. Hi, Tabitha. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm doing exactly what you recommended. I did them. Well, I already did it. It's a reading on me. You'll have to go back and watch the earlier half. But whoever this person is that's angry with children, someone's going to be successful in getting them away from that person. Then there's a love affair. There's going to be a fight over it at the convention. People got to bring their mess out in public all the time. That I can't believe that. That used to be a horrible thing. So we have a death connected, or an ending. A death is an ending and a rebirth. I can't tell you whether that's physical death, but probably not, because there are no sickness cards around it. If you got sickness or hospital or things like that around the death card, then you have physical death, but this is not a physical death. It's the end for an older married man. He's medium complected. He's an enemy to this death. He doesn't want to leave whatever it is. And that's kind of with all deaths, whether it's a job ending or a marriage ending. It's a love affair was involved, because the love affair is just before it. I know, Pamela, I can't wait to hear it either. But this married man, he's got problems, and he's going to have problems at the convention. But what's interesting is how few people are here. It's two older men, one's married, one's not, and then an older young man. Yeah, it could be Biden. He could be not happy about leaving. And I don't think he was happy about the way things went down. I don't think he was happy at all. So, Pamela, watch out. Let me know what happens. That's going to be interesting. Okay. Let's see who we got next. Okay. Andrea. I'm going to try and start it today. Could you check it out for me, please? Okay. I'm going to take it. You want me to read on how is your car? How's her car today? Will Earth Angels help her get her car problem taken care of? How is her car today, and will Earth Angels help her with it? How's Andrea's car, and will Earth Angels help her with it? Okay. You're not going to be working, but you're going to a party where you're going to get an unpleasant surprise. An unpleasant surprise at a party is never a good thing. With Tim, you got inkling around gallbladder or something with stones. Yeah, probably. You stop the information on Tim Walls. Yeah, I would too. Okay, there's a doctor's appointment and someone wants a fight. It's at your house. Someone doesn't want to go to the doctor. It's at your house. And they also, well, you've got money coming. And it's going to make you very happy. Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to know either. You're going to be happy and successful with a fair young girl. She's going to be like white hair or red hair. She's very light complected. There's an older man involved. He's not married, but he's honest and he's generous. He may be helping her out. Yeah, he's going to help her out with a party. So you're going to have success with this girl you're working with. And it's going to end up being a party about it. She'll want to celebrate. At the party, someone's going to ask you to sign papers. They're angry about something. Ah, and I got them miscounted. Okay, I'll start over. I'm talking too much and thinking too much while I'm doing this reading. So now we got pay attention, Capwell. Okay, is Andrea's card going to be okay today? And will Earth Angels help her with it? Okay. Now I'm going to count them out and ignore the chat so I can get them counted right this time. Okay, first, we have a minor quarrel around water. When someone's out of town, they're going to get in a minor quarrel. It's around water somewhere. It's a legal problem that they're going to be arguing about, but there's a pleasant surprise there. If the car doesn't start, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, I would expect as much. But it kind of looks like you're going somewhere. So let's continue reading. Okay, you're going to give someone a gift. Oh no, I'm sorry, wrong card. You're going to get a call. Now, today a call can be a text or an email also because the technology has changed. It's a pleasant surprise you're going to get about a child. And someone's going to ask you to sign papers. It's a fair young girl. And these, if you notice, these two aces are marked, so they're both reversed. That means do not sign papers. Whatever the papers you're going to be asked to sign for a fair girl, don't sign them. Got this fair girl is going to shed tears. She's going to want to borrow money. A divorced woman will help her. She gets happiness at the end. So let someone else take the bullet for you. It's someone else's duty. Or it's in someone else's life path, what they're supposed to do. And I don't see your car in here at all, Andrea, and that leads me to believe that your car is going to start. Let me lay these to the timing layout and maybe I'll pick up something there. Forgot to turn my phone up. Okay, you're going to get a pleasant surprise about a legal issue around water. Somebody's going to want to argue about it, but I wouldn't worry about it because it's going to be a pleasant surprise for you. Hi, Carl. Good to see you. Put your question in the chat. And then someone's going to be happy. They're going to shed tears when they ask you to sign papers. They're going to be happy with whatever you say. So however you put it, you're not going to sign. It's going to work. Just say it nicely and it'll work out. And then you've got two women here going out of town, two women that you know. One's divorced, I believe. Yeah, divorced. And one's unmarried. Those two are going out of town. And then you have someone borrowing money and you're going to give a gift to a child. So they're trying to borrow money. They're saying they need money for a child. They don't. But you can give that child a gift. I don't see any problem with that. If you want to give a child $5 or $10, that's your business and that won't cause you any trouble. But the person who wants to borrow money, that's the problem. So don't sign papers and don't lend money. You'll never see it again. See if I can make these a little more visible. Okay, you're going to see that child pretty much immediately. And you're going to get that call from someone who wants you to sign papers and they want to borrow money. They want you to co-sign on a loan. And they're going to ask in relation to a child. That's where you say no and you give the child a little bit of money. No, Andrea, the way you look at this is no bad news on your car. Because your car isn't here. There's no aggravation with it. You know, if it was a bad thing about your car, that's good, Andrea. Actually, it's good timing for that. See, if your car was going to have problems, number one, you're going to get your car in question, the 10 of clubs. Along with that, you're going to get something like somebody's going to find out if there's something wrong with it. Let's see, maybe you get, I'm trying to think what else would be around it for it to be good, but it would be, oh, someone else worrying about your car would make it a problem. See, this is how you would read if it's a bad thing about your car. You could end up with around it a sleazy car mechanic lying to you. See, these are the things that someone not working. In other words, your car not working. It could be a someone. You could have unpleasant surprise about your car. See that? The 6 clubs. If you had that, that would be an unpleasant surprise about your car. But you know the thing about all these bad cards about your car? You notice the first thing about them? They're not in your reading. So I would say your car is going to be fine. Just don't lend money. Don't co-sign on a loan. And if a child needs something or wants something, give them a little bit of cash and leave it at that. And you'll be fine. I think your car is going to start. Okay, Carl, let me catch up with you. Just to update you about Dark Boy, the closest boy I know who's 27 years old but short is young Oliver, not the older Oliver who owes me. They're both godsons of Emma, another one who owes me money. They're all related, as you can see, but after our reading, I contacted young Oliver and found out Emma was lying to me, like you and Diana said. Anyways, the young Oliver, I'm counting on to book my team for a new, I guess, a new job. That's my guess. Here we go. New job as he will earn referral commission from me. I had a reading yesterday, and the guides say on the 19th, I'll get good news. Good deal. You're welcome, Andrea. Hi, Fatima. Good to see you. Put your question in the chat, and I'll start it for you, and I'll get to it. That's really good, Carl. That's kind of amazing. Yep. Okay, next question. Okay. Okay, star thing. Okay, now my questions are disappearing on me. Okay, I got Teresa here. And I got to go back and pick up a couple of questions that just disappeared right out of my starred thing. Let me get up there and get you all again. Yeah, I did Pamela. But I think I just lost a few because it looked awful scant. I just did Andrea. So she's good. Oh, yeah, Jane. I'm starting you again. You fell out of my list. I don't know why. Teresa, I just got you. Oh, Ellen R. You're one I lost. Okay, let me make sure that I've got everybody. Okay, Pamela, I already got you. Okay, I think I got everybody now. Okay, I think I'm back where I was. Okay, here we go on LNR. Going on a cruise for 5 days on August 24th. Smooth sailing or hurricane rains. Just from the weather, I would say you need to watch the weather. Put your second question in, Andrea, and I'll get it if I can. Okay, what's going to happen on her cruise? What's going to happen on Teresa's cruise? She had a doctor's appointment over water for a fair boy. You're going to hear about it. Oh, gotcha, Andrea. Okay, first up, a relative and you are going out of town. There's going to be a minor legal issue with a medium complected or brown haired young man in, say, his 20s or 30s, and an older, fair older man. So maybe a fender bender. And it shows you'll have additional years apart, so you know these two, and you haven't seen them for a while, but you're going to have additional years apart. They're going to come and go quickly. Okay, that was 5. The fair older man is going to be angry about an accident, and there's a fair married man that's going to be there. I can't see what his contribution to it is, but there's going to be an accident. Maybe it's an accident between the two fair older men, and the boy is somehow involved. Then this fair older married man is going to ask. He's going to ask you to sign papers. He's going to give you a kiss. You're going to get your wish for a fair boy. That's kind of strange, but mine come out strange too. Try to get them where you can at least have a chance of seeing them. Okay, the fair boy is going to ask you to sign papers. He's going to give you a kiss, and you're going to get your wish as to how this plays out. Okay, you're going to get your wish about what's going on with him. Hi, T. Lynn. Got your question? Okay, you're going to get your wish about what's going on with him. And then you're going to be angry about an accident with an older married fair man. This man is stubborn and he isn't going to want to let go. I think that's why you're going to be angry. It's probably going to be his fault because you're the one who's angry. Otherwise, he'd be angry. He's the one at fault. And then with this medium complected young man and the older, fair older man, unmarried, it'll be additional years before you see them again, but you'll at least hear from them if you don't see them. Then a relative is going with you out of town. It's going to involve a minor legal issue. Like you have to sign papers for something, or you have to come up with your passport and all your legal documents. So I hope you have a good trip. Oh, you're going on a cruise, so yeah, you're going to have to pull out all your legal documents, your passport, your photo ID, and all that stuff. Yep. Okay, so that's what I see for your trip. It looks like it's going to be fairly decent, but with a few hiccups in the getting there. Okay, let's see who I've got next. Okay, that was you. Okay. Now I have Jane. I'd just like to know how my trip and taking care of my mom will go. Okay. How will Jane's trip and the taking care of her mom go? How will Jane's trip and the taking care of her mom go? How will Jane's trip and the taking care of her mom go? Okay, someone's going to be happy. It's a dark boy, and you're going to be sick. So take your Dramamine with you if you need it. Wear a mask. Do all the smart things to head that off at the pass because it shows you being sick here is the immediate thing coming up. So for that immediate thing, Jane, I would say do everything you can to avoid getting sick. Do the normal things, to wear the mask, use your hand sanitizer. We've got COVID ripping a blue streak through here. So I imagine it's not much better elsewhere. And knock on wood, so far I've ducked it. I haven't had it yet. Okay, here's a medium complected woman and young man. The woman is married. There's a young 20 to 30-year-old man around her. This is close at hand. You're going to be in their company, and it's a relative. So So you have two relatives that you're going to see soon. And then there's an unpleasant surprise with the relative, and you're going to want to fight about it. It's with an older, unmarried man, and it has to do with a child. He's going to do something around a child that you're not going to be happy with. I have no idea what it is, but maybe we can find out when I shuffle them to lay them out differently. Okay, this child is going to bring you a pleasant surprise. There's going to be a little gossip around it. It's going to be a child you haven't seen in years, but you're going to be sick when you see that child. So call in all your bets. Call in all your, yeah, if you do booster shots, yeah, get your booster shots. Yeah, because you are going to be sick. Now let me lay it out and I'll be able to tell you when you're going to get sick. That way you know to be extra careful, especially around the time that you're going to be sick. It says you're going to be sick because you can't undo this. This is all of these readings are based on the energy at the time of the reading. Things can change quickly. Okay, you getting sick is a little ways off, so you've got some time. You can get ready for it and fight off those viruses. Now, these two men are going to bring you an unpleasant surprise, and you're going to want to fight both of them. They appear to be relatives. They're going to be in your company when this happens, and there's like family gossip around it. So you'll want to head that off at the pass. Then we have you sick, and you're going to see a married, medium complected woman, brown hair. Yeah, you're sick in the head. We all have those problems to some extent. But that's a little ways off. But close at hand, there's a pleasant surprise about a child. Your Mormon ex Bill. Yeah. So get everything off at the pass. Don't get sick. It looks like things are going to go all right, except for a bit of an argument. That's all there is. And I don't care, anytime you go on a long trip or doing things like taking care of your mom, those things bring about arguments always. You can count on it. Somebody is going to do something that isn't quite right. Because anytime there's a little bit of stress around, people get their hackles up. And a lot of times, well, most of the time, over nothing. Just don't forget your mask and your hand sanitizer when you go on your trip, and your Dramamine. Yeah, keep your vitamins at hand. You always argue with your mom's MAGA friends. Well, then it's going to play out the way you'd expect. Okay, let's see who's next. Okay. But I have a reading about what's coming up for the next 4 weeks or so. Okay, that's an easy one. What's coming up for the next 4 weeks? What's coming up for the next 4 weeks? What's coming up for the next 4 weeks? For Ellen. Okay, there's going to be someone's going to be in a minor quarrel. It isn't you. you have a kiss coming at a party. Not a bad start, Ellen, but that's what's coming up immediately. You're welcome, Jane. And as I do these questions for you and things come about, go back and look at your question, what my reading was. And that will tell you a lot about how to read these cards. You'll get used to the rhythm and the flow of it. That's why I sit here and do your readings. Is so that you can get that flow. And sometimes you'll get a card and it'll seem to say something else to you. If it's seeming to say something else to you, say the something else. Okay? When you read it. Carl, I believe I did get your question. Oh, of course it's not there. Let me back up. It's one of the ones that disappeared on me because I had you at one point. I lost like 3 of them. Okay, gotcha, Carl. There we go. Okay. You've got a little gossip when you're in company. Who doesn't gossip when they're in company? There's always some type of gossip. Carl, I got it. It's going to be with a divorced woman and an older married man, a fair older married man that you haven't seen in years. They're going to be around again. You'll be in their company. Then some more people you haven't seen in years. An older man, married, in his 60s, a fair boy, a dark boy, and someone's going to be sick. Okay, here I go with the wear a mask, take your vitamins, use your hand sanitizer, because they're going to be somebody sick there when you meet with these people that you haven't seen in a long time. Yeah. And then this sick person is a relative. You're going to see them when you're going to go out of town to see them. And then there's some of these people think a whole lot of you. You're going to be at a party. You're going to have a good time. But someone will be sick. So kind of keep your distance a little. Okay, just keep your distance a little because someone's going to be sick, and sometimes that can easily translate to you being sick later. But all in all, you're going to just see a lot of people that you haven't seen in a while. And there's not much going on. Actually, they're going to want to have a party, and you're going to be there. They think a lot of you. And some of them are relatives. In fact, all of them could be relatives. Okay, I got you, Carl. I don't know how they dropped those stars out because I had them starred and 3 of them just disappeared on me, but I got them back. It's okay. Okay, the person who's sick is either the fair boy or the divorced woman. So that's who you have to watch out for. Yeah, Ellen, I'm in the same boat. My daughter and her kids and my son-in-law, they all think a lot of me, but the rest of the family, oh, no way. That's why I live 2,000 miles away from them. 2,000 miles is a nice distance. Yep. I have enough MAGA relatives to make me absolutely ill. Anyway, you're going to be in the company of a dark boy and you're going to be gossiping with him a little bit. And these two older married men, it's a fair one and a dark complected one. You haven't seen either of them in years. It'll be good to catch up. And then we have you out of town. You out of town. Someone thinks a lot of you. Yeah, and a relative. Yeah, it's pretty much all relatives all the time from the look of this. So expect a party soon and try to enjoy it. But make sure that nobody else drinks out of your drink or whatever, you know, because somebody there is going to be sick and you're going to find out about it really soon. See the seven of clubs that's in reverse? That's someone being sick, not you. And that's what I got for you, Ellen. Yeah, if you're trying to learn to read, you need to watch these so it gets in a flow. That's why I'm freaking out about going to my mom's. Oh Lordy, I get along with a bunch of people and my sisters get jealous. Yeah, I get that too. Yeah, wear a mask, Ellen. That's my advice. And use your hand sanitizer. Okay, that's Ellen's reading. Now what do I have? Jane, I need an earth angel to take care of my mom until I can get out to San Diego. But that's not quite a question. But let me ask you yes or no. Maybe I can ease your mind for the trip. Because those earth angels, they show up at exactly the time they're needed, not a minute before. Good. I'm glad you caught it, Ellen. It kind of cements it in your mind when you see it more than once. When you see it quite a few times, it helps you remember the cards. Okay. Will Jane get an earth angel just in time to take care of her mother? Will Jane get an earth angel just in time to take care of her mother? Will Jane get an earth angel just in time to take care of her mother? Okay, there's a child that thinks a lot of you. You're going to be angry with a child, and that's like right now. So I don't know whose child or what, but yeah, there's a child you're going to be angry with. Okay, there's a doctor's appointment. Now, if I go by the colors, this says no. Sure, Jane. This is great because if you look at it and you take it exactly by the color of the cards, this says no. But you know why it says yes? Because you've got all of these are people. All of these are people. Somebody's going to take her to a doctor's appointment. She's going to be fine. But someone around you is pregnant also. We got three queens right together. So you're going to hear about somebody being pregnant, somebody close to you. They may not know it yet. There you go. So you're going to have plenty of earth angels. Yes, all the queens. Did you see that, Jane? Your earth angel's going to be there, more than one. That's why it was a yes, when a standard answer to that would have been a no. Okay, and I got Ellen. Okay, Andrea, did I answer that one for you? Yes, scandalous. Yeah, T. Lynn, that's a good suggestion. Make sure she has a medical care team. Yep. Okay, gotcha. So I'll go ahead and read on this. Okay. I'm just going to do a yes or no on that because that looks like it'll be better as a yes or no. Will Andrea have any trouble about getting things out of her friend's garage? Will Andrea have any trouble getting things out of her friend's garage? Will Andrea have any trouble getting things out of her friend's garage? I'm thinking no just popped in my head. Just the answer no. It'll be fine. There's a small loss to a fair married woman and an older unmarried man. That's immediately like right now what's happening. Now I would say this was a yes if I just went by the color also. The thing that's bothering me is here is a death. So there's something going to happen. There's an ending coming to something. Maybe you're going to get it all out. Because I asked, was there going to be any trouble getting your stuff? Here's your home. You've got three men to help you. But there's an ending going to happen during that. Maybe it's the ending of you storing your stuff at her house. That would be a good thing because you'd feel like you have all your stuff again and wouldn't be looking for things all the time. So that would be a good one. But that's what I got on your getting your stuff out of your friend's house. You've got plenty of help, and you're going to get it to your home. It's going to get there. Okay, who's next up? Okay, G. Lynn, family member in the hospital a month now. Will he be properly diagnosed soon? Let's give that a yes or no. Will T-Lynn's family member be diagnosed correctly soon? Will T-Lynn's family member correctly diagnosed soon? Will T-Lynn's family member be properly diagnosed soon? Okay, there's a dark boy. You're going to give him a gift and you're going to be successful with whatever you're doing with the dark young boy. And with this one, again, the colors say no, but the cards kind of say yes. Someone's sick, but right here they're going to get their wish. So if they get their wish, then they would be properly diagnosed. They're going to fight about it. They're going to want to fight about it. You'll be at work when you hear about this, about the fight over getting it done, but it's going to happen. And there's a fair married man is going to have a hand in making it happen. So that sounds like a good answer. You know, it is going to be found out. He's going to have to fight for it, though, which is, if you listen to a lot of nurses, they say the ones that fight and argue and buck the system are the ones that survive. The ones that just lay there whimpering and take everything they're given and accept everything they're giving, those are the ones that don't have a good outcome. Okay? So tell them to fight, 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 and use the words from shit to mofo, all of them, and he'll get his diagnosis. You have to fight for things sometimes. I've had to do that, especially with medical care. Yeah, T-Lynn. It's good to work with social services. They come up with a lot of help. A lot of help. They're really good about it. Yeah, isn't that right, Andrea? Everybody's mom is showing up here today. Or at least it feels like it. Okay. All right, Carl. You're the last one I have here. So if anybody else is missing, let me know. But I think I got all my questions. Okay. Will you hear about a new job with Oliver on the 19th? Will you hear about a new job from Oliver on the 19th? Will you hear about a new job with Oliver on the 19th? Okay, you're going to be around water, something close at hand. Someone's having a surgery and it's coming really soon. You're going to hear about it. Okay, this one someone else is going to be happy in someone else's home. Yeah, that surgery came up again. Okay, Fatima, I got you. You're going to want to fight about it. You're going to shed tears. It's a dark boy in his 20s or 30s that's going to give you trouble. So you're going to be having a fuss about this. But, getting angry and fighting to the point of wanting to shed tears, yeah, that's probably what you need to do. Sometimes that's needed. Will you have money next week to pay your rent? Okay. Will he have money next week to pay his rent? I hope you're studying this, Carl. Will he have money next week to pay his rent? Will he have money next week to pay his rent? Okay, you're going to get a kiss from a dark boy in his 20s or 30s, and it's going to be an unpleasant surprise. Yeah, that could be. You're right, Carl. That could be. That if he looks like a boy, yeah, that could be him. Okay. This is kind of a mixed bag. It's not yes or no, but you have good luck. There's talk of your marriage, you getting married. You're going to shed tears about that in someone else's home, and someone else is going to be successful dealing with something that's going on around you, but you have good luck, so you should have the money. He is very far and hiding from his debt, so a kiss is nowhere, not really even friends, and I only allow my male cat Kobe to kiss me. Well, that could be Kobe kissing you. Yes. Especially if you treat them like I treat my pets, and I treat them like they're humans. I even talk to them like they're humans. My daughter thinks it's crazy. But you got a 50-50 split here, but you have good luck, and somebody's going to be successful. So I would say, yeah, it's pretty likely because there were some good cards in there. He's the only one who allows you to kiss him. Oh, that's a good one. Carl, you're a hoot. Okay, now my last question for the day is going to be Fatima. General reading for the coming week. Here you go, Fatima. You're up. Yep, that's understand a whole lot. My little dog, when I say it's going to take this much time till my nights, she knows that's half an hour, and she will come back to me in half an hour when I tell her that. You would be surprised what they understand. The cat has no notion of this because he doesn't want to hear it. Oh, that's good, Carl. Okay, general reading for Fatima. General reading for Fatima. Okay, you're going to be an enemy to something going on in your home, and somebody's going to be happy about it. There's something going on that they don't like, and they're going to be happy that you don't like it too. So you do have an ally. Somebody's got your back. You're welcome, Carl. Thank you. You have a good weekend too. I hope you all have a good weekend. There's that death card again. What's ending now? Death and the loss and a pleasant surprise. So the ending is, and the loss is going to be a pleasant surprise. You're getting rid of something you didn't want. Okay, we have someone shedding tears because they're jealous. You're going to get news of this that they're jealous and they're shedding tears over it. It's that bad. Geez, if jealousy is that bad, just walk away from it. There's going to be gossip about it and they're going to be angry. Well, I can see being angry over, someone else being jealous. But someone's angry because the news they get is going to be a letter. And that person's going to bring you good luck with an ending and a loss. Someone's going to bring you good luck around an ending and a loss. And then that loss is going to be a pleasant surprise for someone who thinks a lot of you. And it's a medium complected married woman. She's going to be happy for you. So you've got something that you're losing in the coming week that you need to and want to lose. I'd say that's a pretty good way to spend your week, getting rid of things that you don't want. That's really good. I always enjoy that. Okay. Now I'll lay these out this way and try to leave them where you can see them. Okay, that ending is coming up nearly immediately. And someone's bringing you luck to deal with that. And it looks like people are going to be happy about it too. They're happy for you. You've been giving away a lot of stuff. Yeah, I've been doing that too, and it feels so much better in here. I had so much stuff. I have people stuff in my house, and I don't think some of them are alive anymore. Haven't heard from them in a while. Yeah, Lynn, just having a better understanding helps, doesn't it? Okay, so you're getting rid of something you really don't want, and it's going to be gone and forever. And then we have a pleasant surprise about gossip for someone you think a lot of. Then you're going to get news about a loss, and someone's going to be angry about their loss. Your loss is a good one, theirs isn't. They aren't happy about it. And then at last, we have this letter you're going to get. Someone's going to shed tears. And yeah, it's about jealousy. Someone's jealous. And you're going to get a letter about it, or a text or an email. I have to catch up with the times. So do my cards. At one point, the car card was a horse. So this reading method has been around a long time. Yep. So give away your stuff, Fatima, with a happy heart, and know that it's going to feel better being gone, and the person who gets it is going to want it and love it. So that's what you've got coming up. And it's going to bring you good luck. So you're going to have a good week. Yeah, I would say so. Okay, well, that's all I've got for today. I would appreciate it if you like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Lost a couple of weeks ago. You guessed right. Now I just read right. That's all. I just read what the cards tell me. You had a broken heart. I'm sorry. But these losses for this week seem to be things as opposed to people related. It seems more like things, or feels more like things. So enjoy that. Oh, your brother in law passed away. Yeah, those are always a heartbreak. Yep. But this week should be better. And thank you all for coming. I love doing these readings for you, and I hope you're learning to read. That's the most important part of this, me doing this, is to help you learn to read. Because the more you see it done and hear it done together at the same time, the quicker you learn. And it gives you a lot of just my habit of how to read, how I interpret things and how I say them. That'll help you too in your reading. If you learn to go along that way, it'll help. But I appreciate you all, and I will see you next Saturday. Love you guys. Bye bye. Yeah, get your cards ready, Jane. I'm gonna put up links for those notes, the keywords. Thank you, Fatima, and have a good week. Bye, Jane. I'll see y'all Saturday.